All right. So, when we last left off, you had met as a coterie. Well, sort of. You haven't really established that yet. You were sort of hired, I guess you could say, by J.W. Blue, who is the Hound of the Prince. And basically given instructions to go find the prince's wayward child, Honor, and given a set of different locations you could check, different information to look into. You started out at the Mutual Bank downtown, ran into another vampire there. I mean, technically they're a vampire. They're thin blood, but they're still a vampire. And then where did you guys go after that? You went to...
No, then we were
you
done.
also went to her haven
first.
That's right. You went to her haven first, and then to the bank.
Haven first, yeah.
Did we confirm that was her haven?
Found out.
I thought we.
It was.
I thought we confirmed the opposite, that she wasn't really living there. But.
Yeah, you found out that it was like a place that maybe once was her haven or was her apartment when she was alive, but it looked like she hadn't been there for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You went to a second location at the bank that you thought maybe she had visited or something like that, and it turned out that she was to meet this other vampire named Ren there, who had IDs and documents for her, and there was some infighting about what to do with Ren, and like you do. But the evening sort of came to an end with a couple of you going hunting, or at least trying to. And
don't rub it in.
So it is now the second night.
I had other business. I reached out to friends and family to make sure that Ren was okay alone on the streets.
Yeah, okay.
You smell of lies and cheese, sir.
Well, it is Wisconsin, so cheese and beer.
That's right.
Don't you have to make some kind of check to eat cheese and beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do, it's called Flush of Life in order to be able to eat people food.
Flush of life?
Isn't it flush or is it
blush?
Blush
Implies something's going out of the body. No, just blush. I thought you were making funny because cheese and beer would be a flush. Never mind.
Flush is also
not that clever.
another word for blushing.
No, you're right. You're right. I'll shut up. What do I know?
That's true too.
Like your cheeks flush, like that. But anyways.
Emily's being savage over there about me. What?
I mean, you're talking about the same person who plays Gray, so...
I think I said
Angel.
I said I was wrong, and you were like, yeah, that's right too.
I have said that about the flush thing. Flush can also mean blush.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. I'll try.
As you can see, they're getting along great.
We get along well in real life and in fantasy worlds.
Just not vampire. It's fine. But anyways, it is the second night. You sort of awaken from your daytime slumber, and I need everybody to make a rouse check. Some of you are dangerously close
What
to...
could go wrong?
Exactly.
A rousing success.
Okay.
Thank God.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
get hunger.
Thank God.
Okay, so a couple of you are feeling a little bit more hungry.
I have a hunger of 2 now.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Heaven forbid.
I'm pretty sure that Killian's is a lot higher than that.
Yes.
Yeah. So we didn't really talk about this at the end of it, but did you guys decide on a place to meet up again tonight, or was there other things in town you wanted to take care of first before you met back up? How would you like to proceed this evening?
I think
definitely. Oh, sorry.
Go
ahead.
You go.
I want to eat. I was unsuccessful last night, and the early night would be when my preferred prey is more plentiful.
Okay.
So
you have to roll something specific for your hunting skill, right?
Yeah.
Because of the type of...
yes. We did go over that last time.
Yes, and now I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah, so I had done
Yours-
persuasion before.
Yeah, I'm just double
Looking in-
checking real quick. So
Looking in it from
speed,
before, it looks like that's what I did before.
Persuasion.
Yeah. I will just press reroll from last time because I'm sure that'll come up great. Spectacular. Same effing result as last time.
You can spend a willpower to reroll up to 3 dice as long as they're not hunger dice.
I got 3 hunger dice. Is
So
that
you could
wait,
reroll one of them?
How many non-hunger dice do you have?
1? That
Yeah,
doesn't seem
so
right.
With that is
Min-
totally right. Because if you have to replace a dice in your dice pool with a hunger dice for every
Hunger you have.
That's right.
Every hunger point, yeah. So yeah, you can use a willpower to re-roll that 1 dice if you want.
I don't think that's worth it.
No. No, it is not. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Okay, well, you're just a little hungry. That's all.
Just a little.
Just a little.
It's a little. It's fine. What could go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And Killian, you also are pretty hungry tonight as well. You spent the end of your night last time setting
Yeah.
up for
Do
Ren being followed.
Sorry, did we decide that we had agreed to meet again somewhere?
Yeah, I think hadn't we decided to meet at the club? Was
I
that
can't
not
remember
what
if it
you
was
did?
the
That
cage
sounds
or if it was
good.
the guy that
Let's
was
meet at the
making
cage.
fake IDs.
Oh,
Matt or
okay.
Mark or
Yeah.
Mike or whatever his name was.
Let's say we're gonna meet at the cage. Can I try to make a hunt roll then before I go to meet them, or does it?
Sure.
Or are you saying it takes an entire night to use this? Which I think it's really supposed to, but
I don't remember. You have to roll for yours as well too, right? Because you're
yeah. I use manipulation and intimidation.
okay. So go ahead and give it a shot. See if you can hunt before you meet up with everybody.
Okay. Intimidation and what did I just say? Oh my gosh, manipulation.
Manipulation, intimidation.
Ooh. Okay.
Who was right?
So you were successful, but
That was very successful.
you got yes. But
so
you also got a messy critical, and
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what that means for yours.
I got a messy critical and a bestial failure.
Yes. So let's see here.
So the messy critical, I gain 1 or more stains, or there was a masquerade breach during my hunt. Or you can deem
Yes.
that I just failed the test. The beast means I'm suffering from compulsion, or I sustain damage during the hunt, or increase hunger by 1. If you would like,
Okay.
I can offer something for you.
Sure.
I was at hunger 4, which means I was very hungry. So if you'd like, we can say that there was a masquerade breach. The person obviously knew I was a vampire. And I'll take a point of aggravated damage as well as they fought back.
Okay.
But can I say, though, that I just finished them?
That you drain them.
I'll just kill them and go to hunger 0.
Okay. Sure. But you gain a stain when you do that, right? When you drain a mortal?
Not necessarily.
Or is that only a certain kind of...
No, just when my stains fill, I have to make a check.
Okay.
But, Yeah.
And I will also say that your compulsion is the ruthlessness that goes along with your your clan. There we go.
Yeah.
So for you, failure is not an option.
Yeah. So I just commit to it and kill him.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I will say that you drain them. And you... How are you going to dispose of the body?
I'll stuff it in the basement for now.
Okay.
If that's okay.
And is your retainer aware of your condition? I don't remember.
He knows that there's more to me than meets the eye. Yes.
More to you than meets the eye. Okay. Right. All right. So yeah, you can put your hunger at 0, and then we will see what happens with the body later.
Yeah. Because this would have been someone in my neighborhood that I was probably offering protection for, because I am a extortionist.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically offer them protection for me to feed on them.
Yeah, you do.
But you're welcome to use that later. It's all yours.
Yep. Making a note of it. All right. So.
Well done.
You are planning on meeting at the cage then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that like everybody Ragnar and Ronnie and Anya, I can't talk tonight. You guys get there a little bit ahead of Killian, and Killian shows up. How's Killian looking after that?
Really good. Very chill.
More chill than they've seen you, so.
Yeah, also just being able to Killian being able to exert himself over another creature, living or otherwise. Yeah. He kind of gets off on that.
Definitely not disturbing.
All right.
I do have a point of aggravated damage though, so maybe
yeah, what does that look like for you?
I'm gonna say my hand's burnt. Because it was probably at Slaunches where this happened, and maybe in the struggle my hand hit the grill or something in the back. Because it is aggravated damage, so.
Yep, and fire does aggravated damage, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you got the 3 of you are waiting, and eventually Killian shows up, looking calm but also slightly injured. Their hand is maybe wrapped up to kind of cover up that burn. No,
just makes me look
just
tougher.
an open wound. I just look at my watch. Make a note.
No one goes to the club early.
That's what you think.
Well, shall we?
Sure.
all right. So, the cage, for those of you who are kind of from the area, it has been in Milwaukee for a very long time. It used to be an old like an old hardware store that they converted. They took out the top floor and they converted it into a bar. And so it's got the big like picture windows in the front that are sort of blacked out. But you can see like flashing lights inside. And there is like pretty much all throughout the year there is different like events that sort of happen here, music, like live music or DJs, things like that. Theme nights is very common. It is a pretty popular hangout for like the LGBTQ community. there are hanging from the ceiling and connected by catwalks, there are 2 cages that hold dancers. And as you sort of arrive, it's still early in the evening, so there's not a lot of people in here, but you can see that there's a bar against one wall, with somebody that is wiping down the bar right now. He seems to be getting things ready to go for when it picks up later. And there are a few patrons kind of around, the early birds.
I told you we're here.
Where would you like to start?
Anyone want to actually try to talk to the bartender?
We are coming here because we found a message on the notepad, right?
Yeah.
And this was the last place that
Yes.
she was seen or her friend was seen.
You don't know. You know that this was written on that little notepad. You kind of went over the
Did the
pad with a
scribble on?
pencil. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ren,
Like you took a
Ren
rubbing
confirmed
on
she'd been
the-
there as well, right?
Yeah.
Ren had been here. Okay,
Yes,
so I was thinking
Ren
there was
can-
2 things that led us here.
Ren had confirmed that she used to hang out here, that she hadn't seen her in a while, but she used to come here with Tessa.
Tessa,
Mhm.
that's the one I was thinking of.
Yes.
That you might get a more info.
But
on.
neither
They don't have an
neither of
address
them
or
had been
anything.
seen for a little while.
All we have for Tessa is a name and that she goes to Marquette, though, right? We don't have an address or any way to get in touch with her.
You don't for sure, but Anya thinks that she may know Tessa.
But we may be able to get more info on Tessa here if she used to frequent.
Yeah,
it as
or
well.
more information on Honor as well.
Yeah.
If they used to frequent this place.
There's no amazing wall of Polaroids of favorite patrons with their names and addresses.
That'd
Place
be-
Right.
No,
No?
but so the last time that I was there was a big wall that had all concert posters and stuff plastered on it, but not any wall of photos or anything like that in there.
Oh, shucks.
Well, I think they put it up since the last time you were there. So we go over there and look at the pictures.
Okay. I mean, it's been a while, so
I
But,
don't go
um,
over there with them. If I have an opportunity to not be associated with them, I'll take that.
okay, sure. Yeah, you can see that there are there's a few people here. There's a couple of booths over against one wall, sort of tucked in like an alcove where people could sit for a little while if they wanted to. There's a dance floor in the
Is
middle.
it shadowy
with,
over there? Is there not a lot of light around?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
going.
very shadowy.
I think.
And you can see
I think
that there
Killian
are
will
2
head for
dancers.
that right away.
Okay, for the shadowy corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
I am the shadow.
I'm the knight. Okay, so Killian kind of wanders off. You 3 go talk to the bartender or take a look at the wall.
Is there
There
a bouncer
is-
working yet, or is it too early for a bouncer?
There would have been one at the door, making checking people's IDs and things like that. That's a thing that happens here in Wisconsin sometimes.
I might head over and chat up the bouncer a little bit.
Okay,
But
sure.
you two do the investigating. I'm the strong silent type.
Okay, so those of you that are looking at the wall of posters and photos and stuff like that, make me I'm gonna say awareness wit check.
Great.
Your strong suit, huh?
You know, one of these times I'm gonna roll well on something I'm supposed to be good at.
2 successes isn't bad. I mean,
It's a
you know.
bestial failure.
Yeah, that's true. But also, you both got them. Nice. Okay. Oh boy. Well. Okay. So You both, as you approach this wall, you can see that there are like just layer upon layer of just posters and flyers and like all kinds of stuff like that. And none of it really pertains to anything that you're looking for. You do see a couple of posters for like concerts that are happening over in Jones Park or over in Grant Park. But that's kind of really the only thing that stands out to you. And so for your
Are there past concerts behind the ones? Like, are there
yeah, like it
old
looks like
papers
if you were
behind?
to like peel the old like the newer posters off, like there would just be like years and years of posters back there.
Um, when was the last time she was seen in Grant Park? It was in Grant Park,
She was
right?
seen the last time she was seen at all has been about 2 weeks. But
Okay.
the last time that she was seen in Grant Park was somewhere between 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Can I find a concert from then? Try to.
You look and it doesn't look like there was anything that was going on at that point. So if she was there, it wasn't because of that.
And we didn't
Okay.
see any distinct posters from her not Haven place because it looked like it wasn't lived in. So nothing here is really like
No, like there was nothing in her haven to
suggest she was living there.
suggest that she was there at all, apart
Yeah.
from the vision that you got.
I might walk around the edges of the dance floor and see if I hear people saying the names Tessa or Honor. I don't know
Okay.
if that's. I'm gonna say that to Anya. I don't know if it'll help. But...
Yeah, she's like shrugging because like what? There's nothing wrong with trying that. But if it's not crazy busy yet, but there is like some people around, Anya wants to go to like the middle of the dance floor or like the middle of whatever the space is, and she wants to try and get a vision and make it look like she's dancing weirdly, like trance dancing or something.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just double
Before it
checking.
gets too busy and she'll dance and then she'll like plug her ears kind of thing.
Okay. So sorry, I'm just double checking for like your failures.
We just fang each other. I'm so hungry.
Okay. So
That's a proper terminology, right? Fang each other.
That's. Rawr. I'm a vampire.
Over
We
here, I'm
actually
gonna
say that out
fang you.
loud. That's the problem. We just literally say, we're vampires. Rawr.
blah blah
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read really fast here. Okay, so I would say like there's nothing there, and that really kind of indicates anything that either happened at Jones Park or not, sorry, Grant Park or any other location that you kind of know about. So I'm gonna say that you both are feeling a little frustrated by this, and you're gonna take a negative penalty on your next roll.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Good.
You can give them a willpower hit if you want.
No. I already have two.
I'm just saying.
What does it mean when you have 2 aggravated willpower damage?
So like you've had
Or when you like fill
you've
that
had
up?
your self-esteem or your sense of worth hit very hard, and you'll need to complete. I think it's your what's it called? Your
You have to like go touch in with your touchstones or something to get it to go
touchstone.
away,
You can
don't
do.
you?
You can
Yeah.
do, you can do a touchstone visit. You can also complete your desire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
I
to
would
know.
take the willpower hit instead of the negative to my next roll if I could.
Okay, sure.
I'll take the negative.
I have a negative to my next
Okay.
roll because of Ryan.
Oh
We
no.
love you, Ryan.
I will try to flag down if there's waitresses going or waiters going around, like serving people.
There's not. There's only a couple
Just
of
the
cubbies
bar?
that people can sit in, and there's just the bar. This is more of a dance club than anything.
Sure.
And like you can see that, yeah, it's like the cubby that you're in is very dark and it's dark on purpose, whereas the dance floor is lit up by flashing lights and there's a disco ball and
I'll even use
just ridiculousness.
I'll bring in the shadows even more on me, so I look
Okay.
dark and brooding, because that's
Okay.
bait.
Yeah,
That's bait for someone with daddy issues in this club. So
you see a couple of people like walk by and like they see you just kind of sitting there being all broody and just kind of like give you a wide berth as they go around to go to the dance floor.
that's okay. That's okay.
You can hear them whispering to each other like, did you see that guy? Like, what the hell?
I just sit
Did
here.
you want?
I'm just gonna sit here and keep watching them.
Okay. So yeah,
You're gonna
and if you're gonna
watch
try
me
and do
trance
your
dance?
if you're gonna try and do your trance, you can do that. And so Jeff, you're out sort of by the front talking to the bouncer.
Yeah.
Like, are you asking him any questions or anything? What are you?
Well, I've got the picture of Honor in my pocket, so I'll
Mhm.
kind of let on that I'm looking for her. She has I don't want to come out and say a debt repayment, but she has something we need. I've been hired to find her, and
Okay.
I know she used to frequent this place, but hasn't been seen for a while. Just wondering if you know her or any of her friends.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of takes a look at the picture and like he squints out a little bit and like he's kind of doing that and also checking IDs of people that are coming in. And he kind of looks at it. He goes, yeah, I recognized her. She's been here a lot, but I haven't seen her recently. He thinks for a little bit, a couple of weeks now anyway.
I know she had
She in some kind of trouble?
No, her dad's looking for her. She's kind of gone off the reservation, so to speak. I know it's not the right way to put it, but just want to make sure she's not in any trouble. Off the radar, yeah, off the grid.
Ah, that's too bad.
Which
she
is
seemed
abnormal.
like a sweet kid.
Yeah, and that's why we're worried. So we're trying to find her. I know she had a friend. She used to come here with Tessa. All I have is a first name.
Yeah. Those two were thick as thieves when they were here. I haven't
That's
seen
what I
either of
heard.
them in a while.
Do you know? Like, all I know about Tessa, she went to Marquette. I know nothing else.
They don't pay me to know stuff about the clients. They just come in and hang out. But there was some, and he kind of thinks for a minute. He says, "You might want to talk to Ronnie, the bartender." But everyone said that something happened a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not sure if they were involved or not. And it's been about the right amount of time. So, and yes, his name is Ronnie. It's in the thing. I didn't make that. Like, I didn't pick that.
Is Ronnie like pretty approachable? Should I be guarded? Like, what's the best way to approach him on this?
He takes a very long time to look you up and down, and then goes, "You'll be fine."
Gotcha.
He might be into you.
Well, it's too early to tell.
Just saying.
I'll thank him for the info and tell him I'll try to make sure he has an easy night.
If I see either of them, I'll tell him that you're looking for him. What'd you say your name was?
Tell him Cliff's looking for him.
Cliff. Okay.
Yeah,
and he kind of goes back. Like, you can see that his attention is really focused on like checking IDs as people come in. So.
Perfect. Now I gotta go find Ronnie and then talk to Ronnie.
Ronnie and Ronnie. Gotta love it. His is spelled with a Y though.
No, well,
You
not
know,
as good.
Ronnie with a Y.
Ronnie.
I'm
That's
cooler
like-
Yeah.
than.
Like Jeff with
Okay.
an E.
Oh my god.
My name, dear.
Okay, so did you roll for your premonition?
Did, yes. And I got 3 successes. So she's
Nice.
like
I know.
out there on the dance floor and she's like trance dancing. I don't even know what's playing, but she's like weirdly kind of trance dancing, and then she kind of like covers her face a little bit and like her eyes roll back into her head, and then she like does this thing and it looked like she has weird white contacts on or something.
Oh, the wiggly fingers strike again.
Yes.
Jess hands. Okay, so you
And she makes sure to look like she's having fun as daddy issues guy in the corners in the shadows.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm oddly attracted to this dancing.
Yikes.
She put herself in the
Okay.
middle because she wants to, like, if there's any premonition from kind of anywhere, she thinks that, like, she'll, like, see it. But yeah, she's fully, like, there's nothing subtle about her.
Yeah,
Weird.
I think that's why I might like that.
Yeah.
Very out there.
Okay. All right. So you don't get like a vision or anything, but you get sort of like a pull towards where you can see a small hallway leads off the main room, and you can see there's a sign for restrooms there.
Mm.
And you get sort of
So
a
she's-
pull that way.
So she's, like, weirdly kind of trance dancing, kind of like she's taken something, and then she just kind of, like, her hand kind of, like, follows that way, and she, like, makes, like, a come hither kind of thing and just starts walking and expects
I'll
anyone
follow.
who is watching her to follow.
I'm assuming I haven't heard anyone say those names, so I'll follow.
No, not you
Yeah.
haven't heard anybody say anything. Like
seen
you've
anyone
heard
that
people
looks
like
like
just
them.
kind of talking. Like it's a lot of young, almost drunk college kids. Like obviously some of them pre-gamed before they got here. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's Wisconsin. It's what you do.
As they should.
But yeah,
I'll follow.
you two make your way through the crowd. Is Killian following?
No.
Okay.
I feel
So
like
the
I'll
girls
let
go
the
off.
foot soldiers do the work.
Okay. Nice. So you follow the little hallway, and there you can see it ends and there's a staff door, and then there's two restrooms off to it would be like the right hand side of the hallway.
Do I
it's coming
feel
from the
pulled?
like ladies' room.
Mm. So yeah, I'll kind of head that way and turn around and like kind of be like, I think we're supposed to go in here. And she like pushes it open with like her butt and like just grabs grabs your hand, Ronnie, and just like pulls you in.
Ronnie is so awkward. She's like, wait, hold on.
As you're being pulled in, like one of the
Like, looking
other people
around for
who
help.
work here, like one of the other people who work here, like they're walking by and they just like wink at you and keep going down the hallway towards the dance room.
As they wink, she's like, hi. And she like pulls you in. And then like once the door closes, she's like, whew, all right.
What is okay? So what? Why are we in the bathroom?
Oh, I got a sense that I was being pulled here, felt a vibe, and I think this is something maybe, I don't know, maybe I also have to pee, but I don't think I do that anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna start looking on the stall walls to see if there are phone numbers written down,
Mhm.
notes, anything.
Don't call them.
like
They
Okay.
lie. They lie. Those
code
numbers.
messages. 8675-309.
For a good
Yeah.
time. It's never a good time.
Just any kind of like something that seems like a note back and forth, anything like that.
What if Stacy's mom was Jesse's girl and her name was Jenny?
I'm going to like weirdly kind of like look underneath like the counter for the sinks or like anywhere that you might stash something, like you might tape something underneath somewhere or
Okay, sure. So you
but
can
I
both roll me
look-
investigation intelligence.
Okay. I don't just randomly throw my hand underneath there because that seems like a bad idea.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a -1, right?
Yes.
2 successes.
1. which is not helpful.
Okay, so yeah, Ronnie, like there are numbers written on these bathroom stalls, on all of them. You don't know who they're for. Some of them don't have names on them. Some of them do. Some of them are clearly jokes. Like
Yeah.
you're not sure.
Douchebag was here.
Yes, like call Matt for a good time, or who knows.
Yeah.
Did you find any with Killian's name on it? Because if not, add it. Oh wait,
Pull
he doesn't
out
have a phone, does he?
a pen and just start writing
He's got an address.
mean things about Killian.
What was the name of his driver? Put his name down.
I want to know. I want to know what mean things you write on the wall.
What was the driver's name?
Eduardo.
Eduardo. Killian and Eduardo hit a home run in this stall. And
Sweetie, it's a
just,
gay bar,
like,
and you're in the women's room.
I know.
Don't judge us, Artemis. Don't judge us.
Look, sometimes when you're in a hurry, you go into the wrong bathroom, okay?
Know this from experience, do you?
No.
Killian wears the pants when he's doing
I'm
your
just
laundry.
assuming that that's a thing that happened.
Okay, we'll go with it.
There are men's notes in the women's room all the time. I'm not.
That's true.
surprised.
That's true. Especially in like bars.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you really don't find it.
I'm just writing a note now while you find something.
And Anya, you like you're kind of looking around, and there is there's two sinks with like the hand soap that you can kind of put your hand underneath and it does it automatically.
Yep.
And then underneath the sinks there are some cabinets under there with like supplies and things like that. And as you're kind of looking around in there, you notice sort of like stuffed way in the back corner, there appears to be some rags.
Kind of like dainty 2-finger, kind of like pull them out.
Okay. So when you pull them out, they are like, they appear to be old cleaning rags, but they are like crusted with blood.
They're old crusty blood, but I'm very hungry, so I kind of stare at it for a long moment.
Yes. It smells good to you, I guess.
Yeah,
the way
it's
blood
like
does.
it's like 2-day-old pizza. It's kind of,
So it's
if
perfect.
you're really hungry. Question. If I just suck on the rags for a while, can I get rid of one hunger?
No, it doesn't work that way.
If I just suck on the rags for a while, can I gross out Killian?
No.
Probably. I don't know.
Try it.
Just come out of the bathroom gnawing on a rag? No, she will. Oh, darn it all. Can I do any blood magic with this? Would I know if like old crusty blood could be used for blood magic or not?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, it can, or yes, I would know.
Yeah,
I would assume both.
I would think both too. Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to have a ritual or something that requires the blood of someone.
I do. I have blood sorcery. I have a taste for blood. So I dab the blood on my tongue and make a resolve plus blood sorcery roll, difficulty 3. With a win, you can determine the resonance and intensity of the blood if human. You can also identify whether the blood belongs to a mortal, ghoul, or vampire, or supernatural creature. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your check then.
Is there any way I can help? Probably not, but
You want to hold the rag while I nibble it?
In this.
sure.
If you had blood sorcery, you might be able to help, but I don't think you have blood sorcery.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You just kind of stand there and look at Anya like sucking on this rag.
3 successes, so I succeed.
Oh, that's what you needed.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, I'm sorry. It tells you the potency of it, you said?
Yeah, I'm just reading it from the thing here, but I will.
If it's
pull it
human,
up.
if it's human blood, she'll sense. She'll know the resonance, so she'll know if the person was like basically the mood they were in. Because we can get abilities like drinking from angry people.
So,
vampires can get like extra strength, and drinking from sad people, boosts your ability to dominate and things like that.
So you get horny mixed with fear.
But I know it's human?
Yes, it is human. Most likely AFAB and yeah.
I have that exact effect on people all the time.
I was going to say, it reminds me of my wedding night.
Yeah, horny, fear.
Yeah, I didn't get a critical win, so I do not know anything else. Yeah, relative blood potency, what it's from. You can make it harder if it's like a supernatural creature I wouldn't know about. And I did not crit it.
This appears to be human.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I give it like a scared and horny. Yeah, so I give it like a lick, and I'm kind of like, ugh, it's human. And she, like, as she says that kind of disgustedly, she also is like drooling a little bit.
Hungry?
A little. Can you tell?
It seems like this kind of place might be your scene. You were dancing and stuff. Maybe find someone to make out with.
I need it to get a little busier, I think. Did you want to bring anyone back for me?
I mean, I mostly work alone. I guess.
Don't know. It's not fair. I don't get to use DoorDash. Can't I have like Run a Ronnie? I don't know.
I don't know if this is gonna help find someone for you.
I guess. Fine. And she's like really put out that you won't just randomly bring someone back to the bathroom for me.
I mean, I could like force someone back here. I don't know if that'll go well. Could try. If it gets busy enough.
So if these regs were like tossed back in here, any chance that this has anything to do?
They
or
weren't
is this
just tossed in there. They were like stuffed back in there, and like they looked like they were hidden on purpose.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. But like, as far as we know, this could be anything from anyone. It's human.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, what are the chances this has anything to do with anything?
Well, maybe
Did
this
Cliff tell us?
Tessa?
Isn't Tessa a vampire? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only human that we know about is Honor's human sister that she still has a connection with, right?
Maybe she was here. Or maybe they were hunting here. Maybe this
And
is
horny
their
and
spot.
scared.
You
True.
do remember being told by JW that there had been rumors of some sort of attack in the bathroom at the cage. Or not JW. It was Ren told you that. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That explains everything.
Yeah, that does then. Okay, so then I would put that together of like, oh, someone tried to eat. And I'm like, oh, do we know what kind of predator Honor is?
Nope. That information was not provided.
So.
Yeah, so I would kind of like, I'd wonder aloud. I'm like, I wonder if she's a siren.
That makes sense with what you've figured out from the rags. Maybe it went wrong. Maybe she couldn't stop herself.
Could also just be that Mother Nature visited a patron a week early.
I mean, that's true too.
Yeah.
All right.
We're having this wonderful conversation in the girls' bathroom while the guys are just outside.
Yep. Speaking of the guys, what are you two doing? Like, Killian, are you still sitting in the corner brooding? Like,
It's not really brooding. I really am just trying to look like the bad boy sitting off by himself, and I'm hoping that that attracts a certain type of bait.
okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say, roll me a persuasion manipulation as you kind of sit there.
Sure.
Oh, nice. 3 successes. Okay. So as you're kind of sitting there and you're just by yourself for a little while, and like people are starting to file in now, like it's getting busier and busier as the night is going on. Like you see the girls go off and do whatever the girls are doing. You see Ragnar walk in and sort of head towards the bar. And as you're sitting there, you see this young, very sort of skinny looking young man with sort of a like floppy kind of hair. It's very curly, very cute. Got on like silver eyeliner, and he kind of like sits down and he's like, "Hey, how are you?"
I'm better now.
He smiles at you.
I'll lean over and like I'm not really whispering, but I do like all the body language of a whisper.
Mhm.
And I'll say like, are you alone?
I mean, I came here with some friends, but doesn't mean I have to leave with those friends.
I know that feeling. I have some friends here too. They're a bit of a drag.
Yeah.
They're a bit of a drag.
I mean, I have a couple of those friends too. And he like points over his shoulder and you see like just full on drag queens.
Jinx Monsoon. It's over there hanging out.
So are you from around here?
Oh yeah, Milwaukee born and raised. Are you from around here? I don't remember ever seeing you in here before.
No.
And I come here a lot.
This isn't really my scene. But, my friends brought me along, and I mean, I'm always up
You kind
for
of
a
like,
good time.
Are you close enough that he could like touch you?
Sure.
Or are you have like the table between you?
No.
Okay. So he just kind of like runs his finger like up your forearm a little bit and kind of like smiles at you. He's definitely laying it on thick. Like,
do I notice if he's like, is he wearing anything that I can identify as a subculture? Like maybe he's into geeky shit, or he's like, do I see anything on him like that?
he's wearing an old concert t-shirt for like it looks like maybe it was from like a Goodwill or something like that that's been sort of upcycled. Like the sleeves have been cut off and the collar's been cut out, things like that. He's got 6 earrings in one ear and 7 in the other, and the big gauges in there in both ears, and a lot of like very sparkly makeup, but not anything that really screams a certain kind of subculture. Just probably very, very gay.
So I'm going to I'm going to have the shadows start crawling over me and everything, a little more subtle than maybe I have in the past. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to like lay on the animal magnetism in sort of an intimidating tone, and I'm going to say, I think think you and I should go to the back. And motion to where my friends went.
Okay. So if you're being intimidating, you can roll intimidation.
I also have a
manipulation
specialty
then.
in coercion with intimidation. So can I add that?
Sure.
And don't forget, Ryan made this roll easier too.
No, he made it harder, didn't he?
No, it said lowered difficulty.
Oh, okay. Well, I got 6 successes.
Jeez.
Oh, and
Okay.
I actually
So
didn't. There were 2 dice I didn't even roll because when I have my shadow ability on, I get +2 on intimidation. So,
Well, roll them for shits and giggles then.
so another success.
So another
7
one. Okay.
successes, and
So-
Ryan lowered the difficulty for me.
Yeah. So he is like very receptive to this idea. He's like, sure.
Yes,
And
Daddy.
he kind of like holds
Does he
out a
look
hand.
though a little terrified? Like, did I invoke any kind of like fear in him at all?
Maybe not fear exactly, but sort of a like morbid curiosity. Like it's gonna be like he probably assumes that it's just gonna be really rough.
He has no
Who's your
idea.
daddy, and what does he do?
Here you go, Em.
He has no idea. Okay. I'm gonna get out of the booth, and I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him by the hand. I'll even use my potence a little bit so that like I have a very tight grip on him. And I'll
Yeah, it's not trying to get away from you or anything. He's just like
no,
leading
but
you towards
it's
the
important
back.
to Killian that he like asserts dominance.
Yes. Okay.
And
Sure.
And then I'm gonna lead him to the back.
Okay. So you guys the two of you walk past the ladies' room as the girls are coming out. You two see Killian and somebody duck into the bathroom, the men's bathroom.
Oh no, if I see the girls, I just push him right into the girls' bathroom.
Sure. So they basically just push past you, and you're pretty sure that's Killian.
Yeah. And then when I get in the bathroom with him, I tell him to get on his knees.
You guys hear that as you're like out in the hallway?
I motion for Anya to.
I think he brought you some dinner. I'm gonna go invisible and leave. So it turns out your DoorDash is Killian, which I don't know if I trust it, but more power to you. And I'm gonna go back out, but be invisible.
Okay. Sure. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Have fun.
Exactly. Okay. So, Ragnar, what is it that you're up to? Were you heading for the bar or were you looking around?
Yeah, I guess
you look around and you don't see anybody at this point.
Well, I just need to find Ronnie with a Y and see if I'm his type or not, because he's got some information that I would like.
Does anyone else feel like we're employees that all just took like a really long break and we're all like, nah, we're in the bathroom, no one will find us?
Or you're out back smoking even though you don't really smoke.
Yeah.
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 That tracks.
All right. So you approach the bar and there is a young man, maybe 30 or so, with spiky hair and piercings, and he just is wearing a vest with a sort of button-up shirt underneath it with the sleeves rolled up and very clean cut, big blue eyes, and he kind of looks at you and again looks you up and down, smiles at you. What can I get for you?
That's a good question. What do you got for me?
Well, my shift ends at midnight, but until then, and he kind of like motions at the bar. We've got rail drinks, we've got beer. What are you into?
That's kind of a loaded question, sir.
Sir.
What the fuck is
Like, y'all went to the gay bar. It's not my fault.
I'm thirsty, but not for a drink.
Kind of like raises an eyebrow at you. Oh.
Yes.
What is it that you're thirsty for?
Well, we can talk about. What's that? So there's some things we
It's
can
fine.
talk about after, when you're done your shift. But I hear, I was talking to your friend at the door there. I can't remember his name because honestly, I saw you and forgot everything else.
He kind of smiles at that a little bit, like.
But he said I should come talk to you. I'm looking for somebody for work, and then I'm looking for somebody for fun later. I've already found the fun now. I need to do the job.
All right.
I'll take the
Who is
picture
it you're looking for?
I'll take the picture of Honor out of my pocket and
He
put it
looks
down
at the
on the bar.
picture and then he looks at you and he looks at the picture and he goes, "What are you, a cop?"
I work for her dad. I'm not a cop.
Well, that's Honor. I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks.
That's why I'm looking. She went off grid and I want to make sure she's okay.
Your guess is as good as mine. She was here a couple of weeks ago. There was an incident. I haven't seen her since.
What type of incident, out of curiosity? Was
I
she
don't
involved?
know the specifics because it was her and her friend Tessa. They were in the bathroom and it sounds like somebody got hurt, but nothing was ever reported. Everybody left in a big hurry and I haven't seen anybody since.
And you haven't seen Tessa since either? Because I'm looking for her as well.
Nope, I haven't seen either of them. I thought maybe they had a fight and they just were not here
Well,
because the two of them were here together all the time, and I haven't seen either of them.
Yeah, they both went off grid a couple weeks ago. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody's okay.
I haven't seen either of them. I know that Tessa's a college kid. She comes in here and gets college discounts all the time. So she's seen her student ID.
Which school? Ask which school.
It's Marquette, right?
Yeah, she goes to UW Marquette.
Okay. She got like a group she usually hangs with, or is just her and Honor kind of they're tight and
It was just the two of them.
just the two of them?
Yeah. Tessa would come here to dance, and Honor was always real sort of shy and awkward in crowds, but Tessa got her to open up and dance a little bit. Honor was definitely more innocent.
Yep. That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm looking for her.
Do you have some kind of business card or something? I can contact you if they come back.
You can just ask for my number. It's fine.
Well, I was trying to be tactful about it, but Jared's just like, what is happening? Why is this so gay?
I'll give him my number.
Okay. Yeah, he takes your number and then immediately sends you a text so you get his number back. And yeah, he says, I'm Ronnie. Holds out his hand.
Ragnar, nice to meet you. Midnight.
Do you shake his hand?
Of course.
Okay. He kind of like smiles and he's like, "You sure I can't get you something to drink?" And at this point, a couple of other people have come up to the bar to like get drinks and things like that.
But you take care of your customers. I'm sure I'll see you around later tonight, Ronnie.
Like, all right then.
Now I gotta find where everybody went because I don't know where anybody
went. Yeah, so like as you're finishing talking to him, like the girls are
I left. I'm looking for an office for some kind
there
of
is a
report of an
staff
incident.
door. There is a staff door right kind of right where that hallway ends. Okay. The door isn't locked.
Oh, good. Perfect. Even better.
You enter into what looks to be like a locker room sort of situation with an office off of the locker room. There's like little cubby sized lockers that you can see probably for people that work there.
Okay. I'll start with the office and then check out the lockers.
Okay. It does look like as you kind of stick your head in there, you said you went invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you stick your head in there, you can see that there is somebody in the office.
Oh, well, okay. I'll check out the lockers first then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead and make
using-
me an investigation. I'm going to say investigation wits
Ooh,
for this.
thank you.
As you're sort of looking around, looking for any kind of information in here.
Okay. Actually, three
3
successes.
successes. Okay. Yeah, so you don't find anything that really pertains to Honor or Tessa or anything like that here. You find like there's a couple of coats hanging up for obviously the people that are working here. There's no sort of set uniform for this place, but there are a couple of lockers that have shirts that have the logo for the bar on them hanging up, but nothing really sort of pertinent to what you're looking for.
Do any of the staff outfits or uniforms or whatever look like they have blood on them? Like they helped
No.
with something or they were
Mm-mm.
the victim? Okay. Then I'm
No.
going to try and listen in at the door to see what the person in there is talking about, doing, try and figure out what they're doing in there.
Okay. They look like they are using a computer right now. They're like checking emails or something. You're not really sure exactly. You can't see the screen from where you are, but they're typing. Their desk is covered in like stacks of paper and things like that you would assume are probably stuff for the bar.
And this person doesn't look familiar at all.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a woman with she's got blonde hair that's shoulder length. She's wearing a very like deep V-neck tank top that also has the logo of the bar on it, and she's got tattoos from her wrists to her shoulders.
Okay.
She does have a name tag on though. Her name tag says Pam.
Pam. Does
Mhm.
that sound familiar? We haven't heard of someone named Pam yet, have we? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Maybe it's because it's my boss's name in real life. Is she paying attention to the door at all?
No. She's very focused on whatever she's doing on the computer.
Can I try to sneak in the door without her noticing?
In the office?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a stealth dexterity. As you try to quietly open the door.
Three
Okay,
successes.
3 successes. Nice. Okay.
I just want to see
So, yeah,
what she's doing on the computer.
You managed to like it's got one of those like handles that you kind of grab and turn. So you turn it very slowly to make sure it doesn't like click or anything, and slide the door open just enough that you can slide in and then close it again silently. And you kind of sneak around to the side of the computer, and you can see that she's working on it looks like she's sending out purchase orders for the bar
Okay.
right now.
Is there anything just on the top of the desk that looks like any kind of report of something, or like someone got in trouble because of an incident from a couple weeks ago, or
Not that you can see from where you
Nothing.
are. It looks like a lot of like expenditure reports and things like that.
all right.
Vendor
Well, in that case,
invoices.
doesn't seem like there's going to be much of use in here, so I will head back out.
Okay.
But I'm
You
staying
take your time and
invisible.
head back out. And as you're walking by, okay, so what are the two of you in the bathroom doing? I'm afraid to ask, but what are you two doing?
Okay, honestly, I can't feed from this individual because like they're not my preferred prey, right?
I don't know what's your preferred prey.
Well, it's seen like the
That's your predator type, but do you have a feeding
Yeah.
preference?
I don't know.
It'll be under your flaws if you have one.
Yeah. I don't think I have an issue with that.
Yeah, so it's not the way you normally hunt, but Killian's like, look, we got off on the wrong foot, and you look a little on edge, so I thought I would just, I'd bring you a gift.
Is this guy putting up any fight at this point, or?
Better yet,
No,
did he
he's
get
like
on his
his
knees?
eyes are only on. He did because you told him to.
Well, Anya's
So-
short, right? So it's perfect height.
Yeah, she is small of stature. Yeah, she'd eat. She's hungry. She's super hungry. If this guy is not gonna be an issue, yeah.
He's watching Killian like at this point, like, so if you're gonna do that,
If she moves up behind him, I just keep looking at him like, don't break eye contact.
he's like, okay. And like you could just see that he's very, very into you at the moment.
Okay.
And if
yeah,
I remember correctly, when a vampire bites a human, it's like they get drugged, right?
Yeah, they enter a state of
They
euphoria.
feel euphoria. Yeah. Okay.
and
Okay.
I also have like the fog memory.
Mhm.
So like he can just. Pardon?
Does it let you put into his memory what you want, or it's just he doesn't
I have
remember?
cloud memory.
Yeah, he just doesn't remember. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
he
we can
thinks he's gonna think that like he drank too much.
Yeah, and we'll leave him on the
had a good
shitter.
time.
Okay. So because you're at hunger 4, I need you to roll. Is it a frenzy check?
I keep the door.
I'm only at 3.
Oh, you're only at 3. Okay.
and
Yeah,
I'm
never mind.
keeping the door shut while this happens. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So yeah, I'd feed for sure. I'd be like, "Aw,
Okay.
I think you're starting to
So
like
how
him."
many are you reducing your hunger by then? And you have to
I
be
would
kind of
like-
careful like how many you
Yeah.
take down, because
you can do two.
humans, I think you can do
you can
two,
two without
right?
hurting him.
Yeah, I would do 2. That's giving me 1 hunger because I can't lose my hunger without like killing him. So,
Okay.
which is not going to help us at all with this investigation. Am I sharing? Is the question.
No, I'm not hungry.
Okay, then yeah, I would reduce it by 2, and enjoy this individual, and then kind of think the
Is he able?
Yeah,
is
it's
he able
free.
to keep eye contact with me the whole time?
He tries. Like, but you can see like when she bites him, that sort of sense of euphoria washes over him and his eyes kind of roll back for a second, and then he like tries to focus in on you.
If I have to, I just like thumb and finger his chin. So he
Okay.
has to keep looking at my eyes.
Okay.
Did we
Sure.
use our trigger warnings before the beginning of the session?
No, but we're now.
It's
Okay.
vampire. Yeah.
Since it's free and since I'm draining him, I wouldn't, or not draining him, but feeding from him. Is he into is his resonance? Is he into Killian?
He's very focused on Killian.
Yeah. So I would feed and cloud his memory and then, prop him up You know, so it seemed like he just drank too much and, you know, was a lightweight, and then kind of be like, he really liked you. He was into that.
He's just food.
I didn't say otherwise. I just said he liked you. All right.
Lots of people like me. You should try it.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Ronnie refused to be my DoorDash.
I will always be your DoorDash.
Can I add Killian to my like resources?
I'll put this guy up on the toilet.
Yeah.
Without getting too,
you get him situated. It's fine.
Without getting too graphic, I want him like to wake up in sort of a bit of a compromising position.
Okay. Do you take the time to close the wound?
That would be up to Queen.
Yeah, because if I'm fogging his memory, I want him to think that it's like a really bad hickey and he drank way too much.
Okay. Easy enough for the two of you.
Yeah.
You finish taking care of that. You go back out to the main dance floor, kind of just as Ragnar is finishing up at the bar, kind of looking around. You can see he's kind of looking around like, where the hell did everybody just go? Ronnie, you're still invisible, so like you decide whether or not you're revealing yourself to them.
Oh, are we coming out of the bathroom as Ronnie's going by?
Yeah,
we wouldn't
you
see
guys
Ronnie,
are all kind of
though,
meeting
unless
back up in the you guys
me.
are all kind of meeting back up in the center, like in the dance floor, but you obviously can't see Ronnie. So
I just ate, so I'm in a really good mood. So I just go back and start dancing again.
Yeah, maybe for the first time, like people see Anya and Killian in a good mood together.
I'll follow them suspiciously with staying invisible.
okay, sure. Yeah. So Ragnar, you see the two of them come out, and Anya looks like she's in a really good mood.
Mm.
Good for her.
I'll head over to Ragnar.
Okay.
I noticed you were talking to the bouncer. Did you find out anything?
He recognized the picture of Honor and said she and Tess were pretty tight and were here a bunch up until a couple of weeks ago and around the time of that incident in the bathroom, and that I should go and talk to the bartender, whose name is Ronnie, oddly enough. I talked to him. He seemed like he didn't really know anything. Yeah, then I realized you guys all ditched me and I got sad.
No, we didn't ditch you, man. Crazy things happen in the bathrooms and places like this.
I come like running, dancing up, and I'm like, we didn't ditch you. I was just really hangry. And then Killian I got some. And they liked it. They like Killian. So now I kind of like Killian too. We didn't ditch you though. And she's like, I think they had something, but that's okay. I like it. She's like drunk girl.
Have we seen Ronnie?
They just come up behind you and go,
bartender?
Ooh.
No, our Ronnie. Oh. Where did you go?
Checked out the office. Nothing in there.
There was a buffet back there, you know.
She's sneaky,
I'm fine.
Okay.
She's sneaky, but not delivery.
So we know that
Not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
We know that the girls were here, but they're clearly not still coming here, right?
And neither of them have been seen since whatever happened in the bathroom, but I have no idea what happened in the bathroom. Apparently, everybody ran away.
Something where there was probably blood and someone was really scared, but super horny too. Oh! Yeah, that was what the taste was.
Yeah. That kind of...
Yeah.
That's going around.
Okay.
Are we staying here longer, or do we have time to go?
I don't think we need to. Do we have time to go to the park? I thought the park.
Yes.
I thought the park wasn't safe.
So the park or the island?
mean, it's not, but what place is at the moment? We
What about
haven't
the guy that
found much
was-
of anything about where they ended up.
What about the guy that was making the IDs? His name was Matt or Mark or something.
Oh, the IDs, yeah.
What was his name?
Matt
Matt.
over at SVT.
It's not the Matt that I know,
SVT,
is it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, with all the work we've done for 2 nights, we still are only at the
We really-
last time anyone
we
saw
really
them was
haven't-
2 weeks back.
We really haven't done a lot of work.
Hey, we know that Honor wanted out. So we know that she was probably running and not kidnapped by werewolves, which is super helpful, actually.
Keep your
Well,
voice down.
okay, so
Keep
to
your
be
voice
fair,
down.
yes.
It's not really helpful to our
We
situation.
Well, we know the last time they were seen here, there was an incident with apparently lots of blood and horny fear.
But who was the incident with?
But that's what we don't know. Somebody here's got to know.
It might have just been
Human.
You said it was a human, right?
So it
Human.
It might have just been a feeding out of hand.
Did Ronnie just catch a bug out of the air and eat it?
No, but I did catch a bug out of the air. It was flying in my face.
But she didn't.
It would have been
didn't eat it?
spectacular if you had like pretended to eat it.
I have heard that about Nosferatu.
Hey,
have
if
different
it's a
preferences.
mosquito that's eaten, it's like little snacks.
Okay, the island?
Mm.
I thought we were not supposed to go to the island. Like the water does crazy shit to.
It's
Well,
kind
It's
of
not that you're not
vibe.
supposed to go there. It's that
There's lots of lichen.
that most vampires just don't go there.
The
because
other
it's so close
option is to
the
go
water.
to the university because what's her name is like attending there.
Mm. Oh. And she like smacks you on the chest several times to get your attention. She's like, oh.
Yeah, he just
I
looks
know a
down.
professor there. Yeah.
You know a professor that. Do we know if this
Yeah.
girl is in like residence there or something?
I don't know, but
Well, probably
he has
night
access
school.
to the staff.
The what?
And he's staff.
Like your kind of staff?
No. What kind of staff do I have? Are you
Like
do you think I'm
us?
a wizard?
Like us?
Oh yes, he is. He's my
Okay.
maker.
Okay. You're. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't have daddy issues though, so
Okay. Let's go there. I mean, maybe
Do I
think
believe that?
oh no. I'm well aware of my issues. That's
If
not
someone
one of
feels
them.
the need to say I don't have daddy issues, I feel
I got
like
99 problems and daddy issues ain't one.
I think maybe
you
the
can
school.
roll an insight intelligence if you want. Really,
I don't
like
think I want to
Protest
waste.
too much.
No.
I think the school might be a good
Oh,
lead, or no?
I guess.
Well,
okay,
So-
so on the map, you guys are at number 4, and the university or Marquette University is number 8. It's on the far side of the highway. You know that it's contested territory. That it is
When you say
uh,
contested by.
the lupines are around the area.
Mhm. I have trouble remembering which, but it's a weird void, right? For magic.
Yes, there is a magical void that happens when you go there. Magic doesn't work there.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Your sire
Um,
was kind of looking into it.
Yes, and it would be something that would really fascinate me too. So I say I'm like, if we go to the university, that might lead us to Tessa. May not help us with Honor though, but Tessa would be a really good lead to Honor. And it's a pretty simple one, other than the fact that it's contested in there, and I won't be able to do my. And she like mimes her spirit fingers or whatever.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, okay.
Tessa's supposed to be there, right? That's her name, Tessa? Tessa's supposed to be there.
Yes. As far as any of you know, that's where she's kind of gone to ground. That's the last anybody has seen
I
her
think
was
that's
there.
where we should go.
Yeah. All right. Maybe some old-fashioned investigation will help us.
Mm.
I didn't find anything here.
Can I borrow your phone?
I know you're not talking to me.
No.
Why?
I didn't pay my cell phone bill.
I'll offer up my phone.
Thank you. And she'll like take it and she'll like tap right into it. And like, but as you guys are leaving the club, and she's gonna try and like call her sire basically to be like, "Hi, so sorry,
Okay.
mind pulling a favor?"
So the phone rings a couple of times, and Lester answers the phone, and he's like, hello?
And she is like got a deference for higher up, and he's her sire, so she would speak in a very appropriate manner. Like the bubbliness kind of like falls away, and she's like, hello, sir. I'm calling because I have been verbally contracted to assist the prince, and was hoping to request a small favor from you.
There's like kind of a stunned silence on the other side for a second, and he's like, whose phone are you calling from?
Oh, Ragnar's.
Who is that?
Another contracted vampire.
What have you gotten yourself into?
I was specifically requested, and it's the prince. I couldn't possibly have said no, sir.
There's just like a long drawn out sigh on the other end for a moment, and then he says, what is it that you need help with?
We are following a lead at the university, and we're hoping perhaps as a staff member, you would be able to assist us with accessing the university directory and student information.
Sure. Who are you looking for?
And she would recite off who we are looking for and her connection to Tessa and who I think she might be. And I'm trying to determine that. And are they in residency? And, you know.
So he tells you that Honor Mercer is not a student here and never was or isn't using that name. There are a few Tessas on the register, but if you give the name of the one that you do know from like classes and stuff like that, he tells you that they are staying in one of the offsite housing, but it looks like they spend most of their nights in the library.
Okay. Sir, can I ask one more question of a personal nature?
Okay.
I see the giggling going on. And she's going, is the prince, is this, how much? And she's like, just basically trying to like stumble, basically be like, I didn't ask for this, but I feel like I'm in the middle of something. And if you had any suggestions on how to handle this situation with the prince so that I come out of it in one piece, I would gladly accept any advice, hints, suggestions, and or rumors that you have about the prince and honor and surviving the city.
Very carefully and don't screw up. And always remember you are being watched.
Spectacular. Well, that's why I didn't use my phone.
Are you going to stop by my office when you come here?
Is there any more information you think we need? Would you like me to, sir?
I mean, you don't exactly know who it is you're looking for, so until you do, I can't offer you much more than that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Try not to get killed.
I do my best.
Ronnie is just absolutely baffled at the switch from like full
super
of
bubbly
confidence magic lady to who just like dragged her into the bathroom as if something was gonna happen, and to this like deferential lapdog. Just like, what just happened? What?
Yeah.
Who are you? Like,
So
did we
if there's
just
no
hear
actual,
that
like-
Tessa?
I'm just like
Or a
making
Tessa?
faces at you.
I
What
missed
was that,
what you
Jeff?
said there.
So did we just hear you say that you knew Tessa or possibly knew Tessa?
I know a Tessa, yes.
Do you have
no
a
is a
picture?
no. What, you think we're Facebook friends or something? God, geezer.
Well, if you
Um,
had a picture on your phone or something, I could show it to the bartender or the bouncer and say, "Is this the Tessa that hangs out with Honor?" And we would know.
I think we said that
Don't talk to me like I'm
know
stupid.
of her, but I don't
You
really
know
like
of her
know
from
her.
like you guys have taken several of the same classes at night.
But it's like a big class.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
like I don't even think I knew that they were a vampire, if that is the same Tessa.
Can
Yeah.
we get
Yeah.
to yearbook or something with a picture in it that we could show somebody so that we know who we're looking for? I know it's archaic. Going
Anya
to a
would know
yearbook.
what they look like. They've taken classes, so like they know
Yeah.
them. Well, they know of them. They don't
Yeah,
know them.
but
I
yet.
could give a
what I'm saying is-
description, but like it's unless they had something like blue hair or a face tattoo. Like there's nothing super, I would assume. I'm like, it's a girl.
No, you know that she's got brown hair, and she's got brown hair, green eyes, and obviously dresses like a college kid, baggy clothes,
Yeah.
university sweaters, leggings, all the normal stuff. Very
Mhm.
blending in if they are indeed a vampire.
Well, before we leave, I'll pop back over to the bouncer and give that description and say, does that sound like the Tessa that was tight with Honor?
He
Or
kind
is
of
it a
thinks for a little bit. He's like, yeah, she has brown hair. I've never seen her in any university clothing though, so
Well, yeah, I'm assuming she'd wear, something for the club coming here.
Mm.
But brown hair, green eyes.
as far as I can remember, but it's been a little while, so
Okay, appreciate it.
And so like once I click the phone and turn it off, I like code switch again. And I'm like, ugh. So the library, or I don't think there's any classes going on right now. Thanks. And she like deletes the number from the phone and hands it back to you.
I do star 69.
She's like, best of luck. Good luck using that number if you need to.
Yeah, no, you don't get to switch back and forth now. We've seen you deferential. You can't do that anymore.
Excuse me? That was my
Not gonna fly.
sire. You are not.
That's fine.
Hmm.
I've seen the real you. That's all I need to know.
Like a little puppy dog afraid to get smacked with the newspaper.
I thought you were about to say like a little bitch. I
That's
wrote
what I was
down-
gonna say. A little
I
bitch.
thought I'm like, is Emily gonna? Oh,
Sorry
Yeah.
to disappoint you all.
And she's like, sorry, just because you have no respect for your elders or people in general, it seems, doesn't mean that, and by people, I mean our people, doesn't mean that the rest of us are quite so, I don't know, uneducated.
Why should I have respect for anyone of any type?
Respect is earned.
Exactly.
It's not earned in the library either. It's earned by doing real work.
Killian has never been happier in his life to watch them turn on each other, and I am not even a part of it. Like Killian just sort of leans back against his car, waiting for this lovely whatever this is to finish.
Yeah, and she gets like really, she's like, all right, fine, sorry. Who found the secret door to the basement? Who found the bathroom? Who licked the bathroom regs? Who has an inn at the university with everything? Oh, I'm sorry, your moped's been super helpful.
You licked
And
the-
who's about to be super useless in the magical dead zone?
Hey,
Good
not
luck
my fault.
there.
Not my fault.
It's
You
fine.
figure out
We'll
why.
just go and we'll figure it out.
She leans in really close now and she's like, could you imagine figuring out why it's like that? The power that you could wield? Sorry, you're a little short-sighted on that one.
I mean, I don't care. I don't really go over there. But if it's useful to this particular situation, I'll take it.
Hey, it means at the very least nobody's using it against you either.
Guess that's true.
Ooh. And she really wants to be seen as smart. So she's trying so hard to make like an educated debates. She's like, yeah.
You make excellent points, but it's hard to respect you after seeing you like that. Just saying.
She
And I'll
doesn't want to
just,
be
like, walk
respected for anything
away.
other than being intelligent. So she will take it and she like shivers with excitement.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna head over to Marquette University then.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming, yeah.
Okay. Are you all going like together? You going on motorcycle
definitely going separate.
and
I don't
Okay.
think we can be in the same vehicle.
okay. Cool. So you guys head over
Wait a minute,
there,
does
and I
Anya
think
have
it's
a
probably a good
vehicle?
place.
I do not, but I could Uber it or I could
You can ride. You can ride with me because you haven't you've been sort of nice to me tonight. So.
okay. I will ride in the back very happily because I am
I
a
don't have
passenger
Eduardo
princess.
driving tonight.
She still sits in the back.
Okay, fair enough.
Like a little princess.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to break?
Okay. Yes, that's probably a good place to take a break.
Please.
All right. So we left off. You guys were headed over to Marquette University to check out whether or not this was the test that you're looking for, that Anya knows. And so two of you are riding together. Are the other two of you riding together on the motorcycle? Are you taking your moped? Okay.
Yeah, we got a gang.
Motorcycle and a moped.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right. So you make your way over to Marquette University. And so Marquette, the campus covers several city blocks off of a street called Wells Street. And it's sort of in the like northwestern end of Milwaukee. Low income housing surrounds the university with a mixture of students and migrants making up most of the foot traffic in this area. There are a couple of dorms on pretty much every block, and buildings for the campuses are beautiful, even if their style fell out of fashion back in the 90s. The library is open 24/7, and Anya would know that being a student there. And is that where you're going to start, or are you going to go to your sire's office, or what is it you're planning on doing?
No, Ashire didn't have any further information for us because if it's the Tessa that I know, she is likely in the library. So that's where I would go and look. If it's not the sire that we know, or not the sire, if it's not the Tessa that I know, then perhaps we look up my sire and get like student
let's
photo
go to the
IDs.
library.
Okay.
I'm down
All
for
right,
that
yeah.
if everybody else is.
So
Let's do
yeah,
it.
so the two of you that have, well, any of you who have really kind of like magic, so like Anya and Killian, you notice as soon as you sort of step foot on where like the boundary of the campus is, it like you can just feel like there's like an absence of where your magic should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to try using any of your rituals or your spells or anything like that, it wouldn't do anything here. Like you can tell just from being in the area. It's a very strange feeling.
It's funny because to Anya, it's like a throwback to being human for just a little bit, but it's also like here, it's not her magic that sets her apart, and it's not anyone else's magic. And here, it's like this is where she goes, and she can focus on like knowledge and information and like becoming smarter, which is like her passion. And she likes her magic and she uses her magic and all that kind of stuff. But like it's weirdly like zen to her. Like I don't know. It's like her mind just
So you're
goes a
just
little
one of
bit
the other
quieter.
students here.
Yeah. But she feels
Okay.
like this is my weirdly she's in her element. She's like this is a place for gathering other power.
I think Killian would be the opposite. Like he's feeling down-powered here. Not a good feeling.
Okay. And is that sort of like showing it all?
No, I think he just won't be as maybe opinionated as he usually is.
Do we know that you have powers? Have we seen any magic yet?
You see me pull.
You saw him use
shadows
the
to me.
shadows.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
sh-
Lasombre have a ability that's called Oblivion, which is basically death magic and shadow magic. But I don't know any rituals of that yet. I'm still kind of a rookie.
So, Anya, like when she gets in here and she kind of like steps across and feels her magic kind of fall away, she kind of almost like, you know, a little bit straighter. And then she kind of like turns and kind of looks to all of you and she'll kind of look to Killian. She's like, it was weird for me at first too, but like lean into it. And then she just like walks off.
Yeah. And it is very strange. Like it is a very defined line where it starts and stops. It's very, it's basically so like where the main building of the university is, it's basically in a 2-block radius all the way around that. It's very strange.
After she says that, I look at Killian and I lean forward a little bit and I just kind of shrug and keep walking.
You're gonna fit into well in the library.
I'll do this. I'll do the same. I'll shrug right back at Ragnar. Like, yeah, what? I don't know. I don't.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely notice the shift though as you step over that sort of invisible barrier. There's nothing that like as you step over there, like there's nothing that sort of marks where the barrier is or anything like that. It's just a feeling that you get.
Okay.
It's not like it follows a specific like it's on this side of the street or it's on that side of the street. It's like there's nothing physical there, but you can really feel it.
Okay.
So, and you know that your sire has been studying it for probably the last like 5 years or so, since just a little bit before he made you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so she will lead on to the library. She'll have like her student card or whatever, so she could. I don't know if she has to like swipe to get in or not, or like I don't know how. As it is a university library, not a public library.
Let's see here. You would have to use your student ID to get in. So
yeah.
So you swipe the card to get into the building, and then you enter in, and this library it's a decent size. It's 2 stories. There are like a main sort of sitting area with tables where you can spread out and work on homework. There's bookshelves all around. There's a second floor that's got like kind of, there's like squashy armchairs up there that people like to hang out in where like the sunlight can come in through the windows and stuff like that. They can get some natural light while they're reading and things like that.
Yeah, a couple small rooms for like nighttime. Small private meetings. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So you look around and like because it is getting to be later, like it's getting to be probably at this point, I'd say like 11 o'clock or so at night. Like there's really not hardly anybody in here. There's a couple of people that you maybe have seen before come here late like you do.
There's
but
people cramming for something they didn't study for, a paper that didn't get done. Yeah.
Very stressed out looking college kids, like just buried in books.
If you're in a library at this time, it is not for fun.
Nope. You're there for quiet and panic.
So she's like walking down the stacks, kind of like looking down each row and where like the small desks are and stuff. She's kind of looking for Tessa, but as she does it, her like hands are like running along the books And every
Mhm.
now and then she just kind of like pauses and pulls one out, looks at the title, kind of puts it back, and then every now and then one just randomly like catches her finger and she stops. And I think maybe she might even end up pulling one from the shelf and start thumbing through it while she's looking for
Okay.
Tessa.
So you can make me an investigation intelligence as you're looking around to see if you see Tessa here.
3 successes.
Yeah. So as you go up to, you don't see anything on the first floor, but you make a round sort of up on the top floor where the bookshelves kind of go all the way around except for the big window that's up there. And you find Tessa curled up in one of the big sort of squashy armchairs that's up there, and she seems to be reading something. Doesn't really react to you approaching.
Can I try to sneak up behind her and see what she's reading?
Sure. Roll me a stealth dexterity. You try to sneak around her.
Okay. Messy critical.
Messy critical. Okay. So sorry, I'm just double checking her.
I was just looking at the actual academic catalog for the university, and there's like Western civilization, ancient world to 1500s, like broad stroke stuff. And then I'm sorry, I love this. American history, things like that. Where is this one? Football in American society. I don't think I audited that course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Midwest.
On a messy crit, we're looking at either gaining a stain.
Yep. So I'll say you either gain a stain
breach.
or you're gonna fail the test, and she notices you.
I'll take a stain.
But as the three of you sort of approach from the front, she pauses and she looks up and she recognizes you, Anya. Kind of like you can see like there's that sort of vague recognition of somebody. Like you obviously have class with this person, but you probably don't talk to them. And in a class, like a night class, there's probably 20 kids in there. So,
What is the book?
Yeah.
Anyway, what is she reading?
She is reading advanced physics.
Oh, boring. Hi, Tess. How's the what was it? Medieval something. I was looking at all these courses. Honestly, want to take some of these. Yeah, it was like medieval warfare. I think that would be a really fun course.
Okay.
She's like, how's the medieval warfare paper going?
Boring. I'd much rather be doing anything else.
Oh. And she's like put out by that.
You're Anya, right? We have a couple of classes together.
Yeah, we do. I recognized you as well. I was wondering. And she like sits down at the table and like slides the book that she was reading on the table too. And she's like, I was just wondering if perhaps we had another mutual friend. Do you know Honor?
She kind of sits up and she looks at you. Never heard of her.
I absolutely want to know if she's lying.
Okay.
Same.
You can write roll insight intelligence or insight. Is it insight wits? Yeah, I would say insight wits.
I just want to see if her
Sure, it
shoulders
can't be
tense up from
intelligence?
behind.
Sure. It can be intelligence.
I'm gonna do it.
Critical hit.
Okay.
I read her like the book that I just set on the table.
She's lying.
And Anya gives a big toothy grin. And she kind of gives like a nod to no, she does not give a nod. She gives a little finger, come hither, to Ragnar. She's like, that's so funny, because Ragnar here has been looking for her. In fact, we all have been. And
I'll
she
put my
like
hands
leans
on her
in-
shoulders
Yeah.
from behind her.
You feel she kind of like tenses.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want with Honor?
Oh, we want nothing.
Why are you asking about her?
Mm,
I'm just
Killian?
looming.
yeah. Killian, how do we put this one?
For a higher power.
Oh. Ragnar, how did you put it before?
Which time?
Are we talking
Her
about...
dad wants to see her.
Yeah, she's off the grid. Why don't we start with what happened in the washroom at the cage?
That's where we're starting? All right. She like leans back and she's like, please.
Tess kind of glares at you, Anya, and she said, like, she can feel that I almost called you Gray. She can feel that
If she was here, you'd all be in trouble.
right? Everybody would be in big trouble.
She'd probably be in trouble too. That's a lot of bodies of water to cross.
Yeah, that's a lot of
don't think
rivers.
she'd make it.
Number one, she's cold. She's cold to the touch.
Sure.
And you can feel that she's very, very tensed up. And like her just general body language is like you can tell she's debating on whether or not it's worth it to try to run.
It's not. I'll just say that out
And-
loud. Without any context, I'll be like, it's not worth it. Just relax.
She says, look, I
Yeah,
only got
keep
there
going.
after the fact. Honor was hungry. And she took a snack with her.
Mm-hmm.
And
As one does.
she said something happened with another of our people. That they walked in, they caught her, something. And she was afraid that word was going to get back to Daddy.
Someone else was
Would that
there?
be a breach of the masquerade if it was another vampire? No.
If it got recorded somehow, maybe. Or it was
Oh.
made note of. But it seems like maybe Honor was being careless when she did this, so you're not really sure. So. But you do know that, like, even perceived breaches of the masquerade are met very harshly in this city.
Mm.
Your camera's like
Sorry.
bugging out.
Yeah.
I
don't.
So where is she?
Well, last I heard, she was going to ground to kind of wait it out and then hopefully leaving for Chicago.
How would she
Well,
how would she get out of the
wait.
city?
There's ways.
Not anymore, there aren't.
There are always ways.
No, I'm
Anya-
telling you, we found them already. That way is gone. And I'm just
She
like
kind of,
digging
like-
into her shoulders with my nails.
She kind of like looks over at you. What do you mean?
Ren.
She, like, you can see she looks mildly concerned that you said that, but also,
Ben
like,
hasn't seen her either.
there are options.
Oh, Matt?
Okay.
When you say Matt, that's when she gets uncomfortable.
See, here's the problem. She hasn't been cut loose. So, if Daddy wants her, Daddy gets to bring her home. And I lean in and I'm like, you've been kind of missing for a while too, it seems.
We agreed to lay low.
Why are you laying low?
Because anybody involved would be questioned
I thought you
by
got there
evidence of
after the
you
fact.
being here. Even that would get me questioned. And I don't need to be dragged before the judges of this city. They don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you've done nothing wrong, they don't listen. Why do you think Honor was trying to leave in the first place?
Probably bad influences around her.
We know nothing about Tess and her, like, her sire, her clan, any of that, right?
Nope.
I mean, we could find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you just need some blood, we can make that happen.
I don't think I can do that, though. Can I? Without my magic?
Oh yeah, you
My
don't
blood
have your
sorcery.
magic here.
You
Yeah.
just take it with you.
Well, we can drag her ass
Yeah.
off campus.
Yeah. Anya will kind of, like, lean in a bit and she'll be like, it seems like maybe we should go for a drink. I think you should come.
I think I'm okay here.
I think I insist.
I love that you guys are all coming around to my side of things.
She's not innocent.
Nope. She's not a kid. She's not
can-
innocent. She's free game.
You can roll an intimidation manipulation if you want to see if you can get her to go outside.
I will turn to Ragnar and be like, Ragnar, I think I insist. Can you insist with me?
Tessa, you're going one way or the other. You might as well just stand up and walk with us. It'll be less awkward.
Listen, Honor's my girl, okay? She saved me from my beast more than once.
Well, she's not here to save you from this beast, so let's go, lady. Get up.
Does that give us a hint as to what kind of vampire she is?
No.
No,
Every
really.
vampire has a beast.
No.
Save me from my beast? That's not
Yeah,
Her
no, that
hunger.
doesn't.
the one? Okay.
That doesn't really do any, like, give you any extra information.
What's she studying?
Anytime a vampire frenzies, right, is like
Physics.
No, but like, what's her major?
You're asking her what her major is?
Yeah, what do you study here?
And she kind of turns the book around. She says, I'm in the science program.
Well, I've seen them. They got tempers. You should maybe just come along.
Look, I don't know anything, okay? I was
You don't
just
know
helping her.
anything, and you're fine.
I was just helping her get away from her dad.
See, the fun thing is that, and she's like, could be like, we're just come on over for a drink and we'll just have a nice little discussion and then you're going to go on your way. Her dad doesn't care about you. We just need a little more information, reuniting family.
She did tell you who her dad is, right? Just so you're aware.
You mean other than being the biggest dictator in North America? Of course, I know who he is.
Everybody's dad's the biggest.
Oh, it's
dictator in North
questionable.
America. I fucking hate kids.
I'm sorry, was that in or out of character?
Maybe a little bit
Yeah.
of both. I feel like it was. Feels like some real world blood in there, but yeah.
She kind of like, she sighs and she says, look, from what I was able to gather between the blood tears and panic attacks was that some mortal walked in on her in the
Or
bathroom
mortal walked in on
and
her.
caught her. And there's a possibility that it was recorded.
Yeah. That was not what I thought at all. I thought it was.
I thought it was
another
one of
one of
our
us.
kind.
Yeah.
Or was that a fib to help Honor as well?
Which story is it?
I think that she got recorded. Honestly, I think it could be easily explained away, but
Do you know
with
who?
her daddy issues,
Do you know who did the recording?
I don't.
Who does?
Does Honor?
Honor might. She's been looking into it, or was looking into it before we separated.
Well, how can she look into it if she's lying low?
There are ways of doing that.
Yeah,
From a
people like
distance.
us who are able to find you while you're lying low. That's who looks into things. Just take us to Honor, for criminy sake. This is
I
ridiculous.
don't know where she is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go talk to Matt then.
Can I roll my critical success of reading her over to know if she's lying about that too?
She doesn't know where Honor is. Like, she's being honest about that. She doesn't actually know where
Does
Honor
she
is.
know
at
where
the
we can
moment.
find
Okay.
Matt?
Or how to contact her?
He works
what I'm
at
saying.
SVT.
What the fuck is
So let's go
that?
talk to Matt. Let's go for a drink with Matt.
SVT is a
Pretty
shipping
late.
company.
It's pretty late.
Maybe he works the night shift.
Listen, let's just go to a little place just off campus and have a small drink, and then you can get right back to studying. One might say just a shot. Basically, I want to like get her off campus just long enough to do a tiny bit of blood magic on her.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say to her, "Come, kid." And Killian's maybe not even that much older than her, but kid. We're working for the higher authority here. If you don't cooperate with us, then we're gonna have to put word back. And then, America's most worst dictator, as you called him, he might take offense that you're not assisting us find his child.
And Anya
She, like-
leans in a little bit and adds to that, and she's like, and as we know, we would hate to repeat a Spanish Inquisition here in Milwaukee if there was indeed a breach. And she's like referencing the history class or whatever that they take. She's like, this goes a little bit bigger than that if this was really the cause. And you know as well as I that that goes beyond a prince.
She sort of like rolls her shoulders to throw Ronnie's hands off and stands up.
There we go.
Come on. Let's get a drink.
We just escort her
She acts
off,
like
off of the campus.
she acts like a toddler, like the entire way out, but follows you because she knows she can't get away from Ragnar. Like you
I'm
can see, like she's on
imagining-
the slighter side and doesn't appear to be very fast.
I'm imagining Ronnie doing like finger guns into her back the whole way.
I don't know. I don't think I have an actual gun, but I do know how to use.
I'll
Yeah,
either,
no,
I'll
I just
either
imagine
put
that
her
kind of-
in, I'll either put her in my car, or are we just gonna walk to somewhere local?
We literally just need to get just off of the campus grounds and then like around
There's
a corner.
got to be a coffee shop near campus, but not on campus, that wouldn't be affected by the radius.
And
Oh,
those
yeah.
for sure
Yeah,
are
you-
open
you
like-
could like I'm sure that Anya would even know like that there are places around here that you could go that like are outside of that magical dead zone.
Yeah.
Anya's like, let's cut down this alleyway to get to that coffee shop, and then like stop in the alleyway and be like, we can have a drink here.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Ragnar like blocks the whole end of the alleyway with his body.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
Are you gonna
And
bite
what is
her?
it that you're
Um,
doing?
Are you gonna bite her, or
um,
do I get to cut her with a
I-
knife or something?
I would ask for her finger, and I would just like, I'm just gonna like bite like and take like a single drop from her finger, kind of thing. Like not even a big deal.
Okay. So she holds out her hand.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a taste for blood.
Okay.
Boop-a-doop.
Remind me what that does.
Oh, I failed. Doesn't matter. Nothing.
Okay. So she doesn't appear to be lying that she doesn't know where Honor is. So
Mhm.
but you don't really get much more than that. Like
Yeah.
you can tell What exactly does that ability do?
Yeah, so it tells me like, hey, is she a vampire? But then I should pull this up and read the actual thing.
And I think you can
Um,
burn a willpower to make it like to re-roll, can't you?
Yeah, I could. So I dab the blood. I can determine the resonance and intensity of the blood of human. They can also identify whether the blood belongs to a vampire, which obviously does. Tasting the vital also determines the relative blood potency. So like what generation she is.
Okay.
And I didn't critically win, so I don't get anything else fun.
You can tell that she's from a higher generation than you.
Oh damn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Higher as in
That's
higher
not
number,
hard. That's
or
not hard.
No, as in like
No.
She's
yeah.
lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her number is lower.
So just tasting that, and then again being the clan that I am, I would kind of be like, I don't understand why you're deferring to her and not to your superiors. Like it honestly confuses me why she would help Honor instead of the prince.
She helped me when I couldn't help myself. I owe her a debt.
what does that mean?
You don't know what a debt is?
Oh, I mean, what did she do? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
Have you never
How big
had
of
your
a debt
beast
is
get out
this?
of control?
No, I keep my shit tight. Might be lying. I don't know. I haven't thought about it that hard. I feel like Ronnie's got a pretty set situation though. She's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drop her hand in disgust, and I'm just like, you are. Yeah, I'm not impressed with her at all. I'm very upset because like she's not deferring to the hierarchy. She's higher level than Honor, but yet she is, because Honor is same as us, right?
Wait a minute.
You don't know what generation Honor
would be
is.
I think Honor would be a much higher gen than us because her sire is.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna take.
Well,
my,
we
You
don't-
don't,
I'm
you
gonna
don't know
take-
exactly what generation
He is. Yeah.
yeah.
I have
so.
a rather large knife, so I'm gonna take that out, and I'm going to cut some of her hair.
She like takes a step back trying to get away from you.
Just gonna give you a little trim here.
Why?
I don't think I need to.
Look, I don't know anything, okay?
I can see that, so I'm just gonna take a little hair, and I reach to take her hair again.
Is that for the collection, Killian?
If she doesn't stop me, I'm just gonna cut a little bit of hair off.
She can't really get away from you because Ragnar's blocking one end of it and you guys are blocking the other.
So I cut a little bit of hair off, and then I take out a handkerchief. I would just like to wrap that finger up that was bleeding. And I'm going to put the hair in the handkerchief, and I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to give it to Anya. And then I'm just going to lean into her, and I'm going to go, she's a warlock, right? So if you go running around telling your friends about us.
Why would I do that?
Well, just remember that if you do, our warlock has your hair and your blood now. And I've heard all kinds of things they can do with that. By the way, Killian does not know if they can do anything with that. But I feel like it's a good enough bluff that I can just...
Okay. Roll persuasion composure.
And I was wondering how this was making Ragnar feel. Does she fall into the women and children category, or is this just...
It's just children and innocence. She's not innocent. She's not a
okay.
child.
Perfect. Good. We can continue to take off random pieces of hair. I love it.
I got a crit,
Holy
so I got
crap.
6 successes on that.
This poor chick just has been crit twice. The only crits we've rolled this whole game.
critical success on a 4 dice pool. 4 successes. So
I'm sorry, you're doing what?
I am trying to scare the shit out of her because, the Tremere have a bit of a reputation, and to know that a Tremere has your hair and your blood, they can probably do a lot with that.
Yeah, she's you can tell she's nervous for sure. Maybe not as nervous as you were hoping.
Okay.
But she's nervous.
She could be Tremere too. In which case,
If she is not at all acting the way she's supposed to. She's supposed to be very deferent to authority. So if she is, I like her even less.
So I pat her on the shoulder. I think we can leave her here, right? It would have been nice if your magic got a bit more, but it didn't. So
you hand her the handkerchief, and she takes it, and she's like,
sniffing is creepy. I like
She
it.
just
stuffing it down the shirt was fine.
She tells you, yeah, you enjoy that now.
When we get to
the rest of you can go get bent.
When we get to the end of the alley, I'll like, should we roll her?
What do you mean? Why?
I don't know. I'd probably teach her not to mess with us next time and be a little more forthcoming.
I mean, if you want to.
Do you want it?
I don't have a problem with it.
Are you talking about beating her up?
I'm talking, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, I gotta look at what this does. Hold on a minute.
I'm not very good at that part.
You guys talk amongst yourself for a second.
Yeah.
You can just yell witty.
Ragnar could do my part,
yell witty commentary as Ragnar and Ronnie and I pound the shit out of her.
I don't know that I'd be able to.
That sounded much dirtier than I think you meant for it to be.
No,
no,
I'm there.
Right on point.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, not my type, but you can. I mean, I'm not saying it's my thing to watch, but I'm not opposed to it. Dead silence.
Killian's got no problem. So after
I could hold her.
Then after she says that snarky
Maybe.
little thing, Killian just walks right back down the alley and cold cocks her.
Well, okay, so do you go the opposite way of Ragnar, or do you go towards
Well,
Ragnar?
no,
Because if you move past her, she's gonna go the other way.
Well, I just walked over towards Ragnar and I was like, do we...
Yeah, so she would have gone out the alley the other way. Like, she's not gonna stand there and wait for you guys.
Oh, well, she runs. That's fine then. Okay, fine. Take her fun away. Okay.
You turn around to punch her and she's not there.
She's smarter than the last one.
Yeah, you should let me...
You talking about me?
You should have let me...
No.
You should have let me sucker punch the last one, too.
The last one didn't have anything.
Yeah,
I didn't know the last one was a vamp.
Yeah.
Thought it was an innocent human.
Very, very, very thin. Do we have time? How much more night time do we have?
Yeah, it must be pushing
It depends
past
on where
midnight.
you want to go, because pretty much everywhere is across the city at this point.
So maybe we should
Mhm.
call it a night here and go tomorrow night?
Can we make a little phone call to a certain shipping company to find out if a certain employee is going to be working the next shift?
SVI?
If you think someone will
that?
answer at this time of night.
SVT.
Yes.
If they have people working shift, they have someone answering
Okay.
phones. People call in sick.
I'll step away while you call.
hmm
Okay.
I'll
So
let you use
after
my iPhone.
Oh, we should have used her iPhone before we let her go. Guys, we got to start thinking ahead better.
This is coming from the
After-
guy who took hair for a rainy day.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. So how are you
We could have taken her finger.
like?
It had crossed my mind.
How are you like getting the number for this? Are you like looking it up? What are you doing?
Google.
Oh, I assume we Googled it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm
So
really
after a
stepping
little
away
bit of
from the phone
Googling-
if you're like onto the Googles.
Yeah. So like after a little bit of Googling, you find out that SVT is a shipping company that runs out of the warehouses at Jones Island.
Mhm.
And they ship not only via like boat across the lake and like down along the shore to Chicago, because it kind of the lake kind of goes down and meets Chicago that way.
Oh shit, maybe that's how she's getting
But they
out.
also ship via rail. So
We maybe don't
Either
have
way would
time.
be a good
We
way to
maybe
get
don't
to
have time to wait.
Well, let's go then.
Go to the island.
See if we can find
Make
this
it in time.
dude.
I think you're muted. I am muted.
what's going on, Queen? Hello?
Maybe your mic died? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Whatever the case is, we're going to head for the shipping
Gonna,
place.
yeah.
You're gonna head to
Boy.
Jones Island.
Fa-
Okay.
Fast.
You're gonna be cutting it close. Like depending on how long it takes you to get there, or not to get there, but how long it takes you to like do everything while you're there.
Well, maybe we shouldn't go. Like, I don't know. You guys decide. Do you think she could already be gone, actually?
She's been gone 2 weeks. Yeah, she could already be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, who cares?
If you're
We'll rest.
so when you're looking at the map, you guys are at number 8. Jones Island is number 3 on the map over there. So it's like literally you could get on the interstate and go down there.
I got shit to attend
And it
to
would
at
take
my
you
place anyway,
probably
so
less.
I have business.
So
All right.
you're gonna like split up for the night and then meet up again tomorrow, or what's the plan?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you gonna meet?
We could just meet on the, like, by the amphitheater on the way over to the island.
Yeah,
Or the
sounds good.
Milwaukee Lighthouse or something.
Yeah.
Is my mic? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there it's
Working.
working.
Yay.
Discord just decided to change my settings on me
Yep.
without me
Yep.
doing anything. So yeah.
that happens.
So Anya is kind of like, okay, either we can call and find out if he's working that shift or not, and then like if he's there, then he might be getting her on a boat now, or she's already on a boat or a rail or something like that, or we find out that he's working tomorrow night, and then we go and question him.
Okay, call then.
That was Anya's suggestion. That's all.
Yeah, you can take my phone. You can use my PI phone.
Your PI phone.
She's
What's
like,
the PI phone?
Well, while Anya's calling, I'm going to check LinkedIn to see if I can find a Matt at SVP or whatever.
I have other things I do.
You
Not
don't
always
find
thinking
anything
and
like that.
Worrying about.
First of all, Ragnar has a LinkedIn profile.
I didn't say I had a LinkedIn profile. I was looking for his.
ring ring.
I'm
Okay,
streetwise.
so you call and you get the sort of front desk of SVT, and you can tell, obviously night crew, but they obviously have somebody that is answering 24/7, just in case it's a business or something. This is Grace at SVT. How can I help you?
Hi, Grace. So sorry to bother you, but we're looking for someone named. We have a last name, right? Matt
Green.
Matt Green. Hi, we're looking for an employee of yours named Matt Green. It's very important that we locate him immediately. Is he working tonight?
No, it's his off night. He should be in tomorrow, though. Is there a problem?
I can't disclose due to personal information, but we are attempting to just find him as he is an emergency contact for someone. So, all right, thank you very much. He wasn't answering his phone, but his employer number was placed here. We will attempt to reach him in another manner. Thank you very much.
Okay, have a good night. She sounds very confused and concerned.
Yeah.
Hey, what's on Ronnie's background and lock screen for that phone?
Inquiring minds want to know, aka Cedar.
What's on Ronnie's lock screen? I mean, it's probably just like a generic phone, one that comes with the phone, but it's boring colors like black and gray.
Your phone has no drip.
It's it's like film noir, but bland.
Yeah.
They also want to know what's on Ragnar's background and lock screen.
It's a picture of Killian. I'm going to call my buddy.
You can't take a picture of Killian, so fuck you.
It's an artist rendering of Killian. It's a picture of an artist rendering.
A picture of an artist rendering.
Okay,
I'm trying to get a hold of
Ragnar,
my
please
buddy
listen.
Chop.
so we're gonna meet at the amphitheater. Okay. I bid you all adieu then.
All right, so you all split up for the evening, and when you get back to your
well, Ragnar wanted to call
your
Chop.
haven. Yeah, so when you get back, or if you're going to call him from your bike, otherwise if you get back to your haven or whatever and you give him a call.
Yeah, I'll call him when I get back. I just want to see what we know about this Matt Green pumping out fake IDs from the shipping company. See if there's any other information we have or his crew has or whatever that I can use to our advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get home, you kind of, you park your bike in the drive, and as you're headed up, you see across the way, you can see the young woman that lives across the street with the two boys. She's awake, kind of sitting on the stoop of her building, just kind of enjoying the night because it's a decent night outside. She kind of waves at you.
Oh, give her a wave on the way in.
She
Go tell your pal
nods
the
at you and just kind of goes back to.
Yeah. You a date? You gonna stand up, Ronnie?
When you get inside, you give Chop a call, and he's used to you calling late at night, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Not much. Just heard some interesting news about this guy named Matt Green. You ever heard of him?
No, I can't say that I have. Where's he from?
He works
Another
over
local?
local, works out of a shipping company, SVT or I don't know. He's apparently he's good at making fake IDs. Just wondering if
Oh.
we had any skin in the game.
Yeah, we got a couple of boys that are into that sort of thing. Not me, but I can check with them.
Okay, because I mean,
Get
the
back to
rumor
you.
I heard about this guy is he's good at making people disappear, getting them out of town on the sly.
Well,
And
if he works for a shipping company, that makes sense.
yeah, I happen to be looking for somebody that's been trying to use his services and has gone missing.
Okay. Yeah, I can look into that for you.
Appreciate it.
Get back to you and give me say an hour.
All right, I appreciate it.
Okay. So yeah, you hang up with him and you kind of wait around. Like, are you doing anything? Is anybody else doing anything when you get back to wherever you're going?
I'll feed my chickens or raccoons or whatever they are.
There you go.
I hope they're raccoons.
Yeah, they're definitely raccoons.
Just a whole
squad of trash
He's
pandas.
eating them. He's eating them, you know. Like, do you want
Yeah,
him
I
to
know.
eat raccoons?
But it's
Okay.
funnier if it's raccoons.
It's like a dog shelter, but it's for raccoons. It's like a sanctuary.
On the roof of your building or
Oh,
something?
no.
That you eat. A sanctuary where they are
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah. Well, you got to call the population to keep them healthy, right?
Yeah.
Let
You
them run
only eat the
wild.
ones with distemper? Is that what you're telling us?
Oh.
Gross.
They all have a bit of a
Oh.
temper.
Killian, when you get back to Slancha, Eduardo tells you that they're working on tailing Ren. She slipped away from them once, but they picked up her trail again. They're looking for her still.
Okay. That's fine. We have a little I have a little project in the basement, in the back room by the boiler. If we can maybe just keep everyone away from that room.
Okay. Sure.
Excellent.
I'll make sure that the boys know to stay away.
Perfect. It was a good night. Good night for business. Hopefully we'll have our little bird Wren here soon, and yeah. Thanks for watching After the Place. I pat him on the shoulder, and I'll leave Slancha for my haven.
Okay. So Ragnar, you wait after you finish feeding your raccoons.
Trash pandas, yeah.
Yes, your trash pandas. After you finish feeding them, you get a phone call back and you see it's Chop, and he tells you that none of the boys work directly with Matt, but a couple of them have heard of him. He is one of the better makers of fake IDs in the city. He's expensive and has a very good track record.
He's a professional.
Yeah.
He's not going to run a game on anybody. He's going to.
Yeah. He's got a very good track record. Like, people get what they pay for, and
So if something's gone wrong, he wasn't involved, and if it went right, he's not going to give it up because I'm looking for one of his clients.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think the chances are is that this guy who makes fake IDs, his name is actually Matt Green?
It's one of his names, I'm sure.
Yeah.
One of them. Yes.
I'd have a few.
That's why I can't find his LinkedIn profile.
Right. And he also tells you that a lot of the sort of trafficking that goes in and out of Jones Island goes through SVT because it has such a good reputation.
Yeah, that tracks. Here they get ocean and rail or water and rail, whatever, so they got options.
Yeah, because it's right on Lake Michigan. Like the Jones Island is right on Lake Michigan, so they have access to not only like the getting across to Michigan, but also down along the lake shore, along Lake Chicago, and I think parts of
Trains to
Indiana you can
Chicago,
get to
boat
from there.
Chicago.
Yeah, they can get out
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
Atlantic
you
if
can
they
get
want
to
to through
Indiana.
the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So there's lots of options once you get to SVT. So
Yeah. Getting to
Um,
SVT is the challenge.
Yeah. Can I
Mind you, it
try to
doesn't-
find? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, it doesn't make sense that she's actually left if she left all of her IDs behind.
Mm-hmm.
But she
Unless
left a bus
she
ticket behind too.
Unless she just,
panicked.
yeah.
Yeah, but he might create more for her before she leaves. Then.
And that could have also been a
Yeah.
front too, right? Because if there's a bus ticket, why are you going to take a bus if you're going to a place that's going to put you on a ship or in a rail car?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a false lead.
Honest question, because I do not know my American geography very well. Could you take a night bus from Milwaukee to Chicago?
oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
like 20
It's a
minutes.
couple hours,
It's
right?
not
No,
that far.
Not even. Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
Yeah.
really not that far.
Real quick.
Like
Okay, because I was like,
I think
if
the
it's
train ride from Chicago to Milwaukee is like half an hour.
Yeah.
okay, because I was
So-
like, she'd have to travel at night, or she has
Yeah.
to travel in like a container.
I used to work for a company in
Um,
Germantown, and the CEO was from Chicago, and he drove in every morning.
Yeah, like it's
It's like
people
driving to
commute
Toronto
in all the
from-
time.
from Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah. And you would know that going by anything other than rail or boat would be incredibly dangerous. Like going on a bus or going and even going on a train isn't all that
Yeah.
safe, but it's safer than going by car
Mhm.
because the lupines pretty much have Milwaukee surrounded. And they frequently like will check cars.
Yeah, the only really safe way is
Ah.
flying in and out of the airport, right?
Yes, that's the only like really safe way. But if you come in via plane, you run the risk of Mark knowing about it, obviously, because that's monitored so closely that
Yeah.
most of the time people who fly in, he knows about it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
So if you're expected, it's fine.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So, yeah. Anya doesn't do anything game wise. She kind of mulls over all of this and prepares to like meet Matt tomorrow. But she will send like a text to her touchtone, which is like a high school friend. And it'll just be like, you know, I went to the cage tonight, haven't been there in so long, you know, really miss you. Nothing's changed. It's still scuzzy as all get out. Ha 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 ha, you know.
okay. So she sends you back. You get back a message and she says, "The cage, man, I haven't been there since college, and I thought that, you know," and the just ...
Yeah.
And she says, "Why
Yeah.
are you there?"
And I'll just be like, some work friends took me out.
And she just says, "To the cage," with like 3 question marks. Like, what? Really?
And she's like, yeah, weird vibe, but I got some. Haha.
She sends you back a bunch of thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Just, "Let's
she's
get it,
like
girl."
Emma is like a high school best friend. We went to different colleges, but like would visit each other kind of thing. And then I got turned, and now she's married with kids. And so I'm like, haha, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm going to try and find what is her name? Peggy? The lady that like
Pam?
hands out food.
Oh,
Okay.
Partially to see if she knows of any place to stay, and maybe to let her know that like some girl I used to know has gone missing, and like try to use her as another way to look for someone who's trying to hide.
Okay. So yeah, you find Peggy over at the shelter over on 9th Street. and she's there, like, handing out hot meals to people that are coming in and stuff, and getting it set for the night. Like getting things set for people who are staying there overnight, and then also for things that, like, during the day when it's just like a building for people to come in and get, like, out of the weather or things like that,
Especially in Wisconsin.
When
In
and
the
when
winter.
she sees you walk in, she's like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?"
Just getting by.
Yeah. You doing okay? You need anything? Any supplies?
No, maybe just like a place to sleep that's a little more comfortable.
And she kind of looks around. She's like, "Yeah, we're not too full tonight. I could put you up in one of the bunks."
All right. That'll work. Hey, I've been meaning to ask. There's this friend that I had that I heard she was having some trouble, and I haven't seen her in a long time. I wonder if maybe you've heard of her around, like, the shelters and stuff. Name is Honor.
Honor. No, I would remember a name like that.
Unless maybe she's going by something else. I don't know.
I mean, that's
kinda
possible.
describe
Not
her.
everybody here uses their names. And like
That's true.
you describe Honor, and she's kind of like, I mean, that could be
Could be
a
anybody,
lot of
right?
women that come in here.
Yeah. Well, worth
If I
mentioning.
hear from her, I'll let her know you're looking for her, though.
All right. Thanks. Just kind of worried about her.
Yeah.
Heard
Yeah.
some things.
She's like, are you getting enough sleep? And food?
Yeah.
Very like
Yeah.
mom like.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
She kind of gives you that look like, okay, you're staying out of trouble.
People.
Yeah.
I never
ate last
see you
night.
eat. You need to eat more.
I had a pretty big meal recently, so I'm good.
Okay. Well,
He
we've
was
got more
6'5".
if you want some.
Thanks.
And she takes you to where there's a bunk that is kind of off in one of the corners that you could crash in for the day.
Okay. Is that the kind of thing that helps me remove a willpower damage? Or
Yeah,
do
because she's one of your
does it need to be
touchstones. You
more
visited one of
in-depth
your
than that?
touchstones, so yeah.
Okay. If it's aggravated, do I just move it down to a slash, or is it?
I don't know how that works, Jer.
Yeah.
For removing that.
Yeah. It can't, the only way you get rid of aggravated, I think, is an ambition. We can check.
Oh, okay.
We can check once we're off air, but we'll. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll look at that.
Yeah. we'll look at that.
Can I ask her also if she's heard any more about what happened to my person Blue that I knew?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm trying to remember now.
I probably should have changed his name.
It's okay.
Is Blue your
I'm
boy?
just on the wrong freaking.
He was one of my touchstones and he got murdered.
You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
Blue.
She says, not anything new, but there are a couple of. It looks like there's a couple of feds asking around.
What? Someone's actually doing something? Mind blowing. All right, well, maybe they'll find something.
Yeah, they didn't stop here, but there's been a couple of other people have said that there's been feds around asking questions, and that was one of the names that came up.
All right. Well, if you hear anything about that too, I guess let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll lay
Get
down.
some sleep.
Day sleeping.
Okay. So the evening comes to an end, and it's probably a good place to end for the night.
Bye.